Yo, what's up? I was asked to come on here and talk about my live setup for my last show that I did pretty recently. It was really different than my usual setup because usually I just have a really simple, laptop running through audio interface, and then I have a backing track with whatever instruments I'm playing live. But this time I wanted to make all of the sounds live, so I wanted to run through how I did that without software interference, mostly. So let me explain. So basically, what I have going on with my setup is I have my laptop controlling everything, just the live loops section from Logic. I have the little Behringer mixer that is taking all the audio in. I have a little digital reverb RV5 Boss pedal that everything is running through. My little Korg Volca Sample 2, my circuit tracks that is doing 2 synth tracks, and the mini log which is doing 1 synth track, sometimes playing multiple parts at once. And everything audio-wise is just running through the mixer, and then it's just being sequenced by my laptop. So the laptop isn't making any noise. Everything is coming from the tracks, the sample, and the MIDI log. And then as for how everything works individually, I have the circuit tracks providing 2 6-voice polyphonic synth patches, so usually a lead or a bass and a pad, and that is being sequenced externally. I have the MIDI log, which is usually doing 1 or 2 ARPs at the same time, running in polyphonic or duophonic mode because I'm never playing more than 2 notes at once and they can share the same patch. And then I have the sample 2, which originally was doing some sequencing and CV out, but it's just being used for the samples via MIDI at this point. And then the Behringer mixer, which I'm sorry, it's a little bit of a mess, you can't see, but it's got inputs from 2 mics, the drum machine, the 2 synths, and it has a send going to the RV5 reverb pedal for effects. And then the laptop is doing all of the sequencing via Logic Pro's live loops section, so I can trigger individual loops or sections. All right, so I hope that was helpful to you in figuring out how you might come up with some kind of setup like that, or if you were just curious as to what I was doing. I do want to integrate the circuit tracks into my live setup more in the future. I think I would like it to replace my DAW entirely as far as sequencing goes, but it's pretty cool as it is, and I'd love to keep doing live setups where all of the sound is being made live, because I think that's really special in an electronic music format. I think it's really cool. So thanks for watching. Hope it was entertaining or helpful or both. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.